We can wait a few minutes. Okay.
Are we starting?
Yes.
Okay. Hello. It's weird because I can't see who's on here, but Clarissa is just over here and she will report if there are any questions that pop up as we go. I'm going to just kind of vamp for a few minutes while we wait for others to join us.
Yeah.
My name is Mariah Rose Wimmer. You've probably seen me and thought my name is Maria, but I need to clear that up right now. It's Mariah. It's what my mom has done to me, my mom and my dad. So Mariah. And today I'm going to teach you how to cook some vegan food that will be easy and it's delicious and it's pretty versatile, so you can do whatever you like with it. I've been vegan since I believe it was 1999 or 2000. And this is actually one of the recipes I'm going to show you today is the first recipe I made for myself. And it was as I transitioned from vegetarian to being vegan. So initially, this was the wrap that I'm going to make today was a my wrap was originally a Caesar salad wrap that was eggs and cheese and I don't know, probably more calories than most people eat in a day. But as I transitioned from being vegetarian to vegan, I kind of missed it and I wanted to figure out a way to make it my own. And it was the first thing I veganized. And after that, I felt more comfortable veganizing other recipes. And now I tell people, basically, if you name it, I can make it vegan. And I haven't been stumped even once. And now there's vegan steaks, so forget about it. We can make anything vegan. But this one's super simple. And I wanted to start with tofu because everybody is scared of tofu. So what I have here, it's na soya or na soya, vegan tofu, super.
Don't be so hot saying about that.
For those of you that have joined us, can you please mute your microphones? Thank you.
Okay, so we've got super firm tofu. You've probably seen the tofus, and if you're new to tofu in your world, there are a lot of different types. There's silken tofu, which is great for smoothies and blending. We don't want that for this. And you can get, if you can't find super firm, extra firm is good, just drain it. I love this. Clarissa, I don't know if you've had it, but it is.
Oh, it's so good.
It's good because it's kind of pre-drained. But what I'm going to do is I'll cut it open here. And there is a little bit of water in there. So I will drain that out. This is obviously a complete protein, which we love to see. And what I do is I just drain it over the sink and I plop it out. And tofu, it's a gelatinous cube. And when people are like, I don't like tofu, don't eat this. This is weird. You have to prepare it. You wouldn't eat, I don't know, a piece of meat without cooking it. It's the same idea. We've got to season it and we've got to flavor it. So this pre-drained, you don't have to squash it between pans like you've probably seen in a cookbook. This, what I do is I flip it up and I slice it like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. And this is going to be the protein for our wrap that we're going to make. We'll also make a salad here in a minute. Okay, so I've cut it into these little rectangles. You can cube it from here too, but I'm going to make it into triangles. So I take these and cut those in half. So now we have these and these. And then we can cut them on the diagonal. It depends on how big you want your pieces to be. So you can diagonally cut them into little triangles like this. They're great for stir fries. And then you can also cut it again the other way, and you have 4. So we have 4 little triangles, and we'll set those aside. And I'll do the rest here. And you might notice you're getting a little liquid, but it's not very significant. Don't worry about it. Don't even look at it. It's just imagine it's not there, because it will cook off as you cook your tofu. So tofu is great because it's basically flavorless. I would say it tastes like water, or if air had a taste, maybe, I don't know. When people think of eating tofu, just popping a piece of this in their mouth, it's kind of gross. Although I have 2 daughters, and weirdly, they will just grab a brick of tofu and chomp it. Ugh, I can't even watch them do that, for reals. But I'm gonna cook it here, and you'll see that it's super easy. So I've got this skillet, and let's see, we have a little height issue. I'm quite tall, so I was sitting down at the counter. So I'll put a little splash of olive oil. Sometimes I don't use any at all. It depends on your specific skillet. Mine is nonstick, but I'll put a little just because it crisps up the edges. And then I'll put my tofu in. So you take it in, just kind of, I like to kind of move it around if there's a little oil. And then, so this is the most simple tofu that I make, but you can jazz this up. If you have a marinade you like, if you want to add soy sauce, teriyaki sauce, whatever, it all adds to the flavor. Sometimes a little agave. Another pro tip is to add liquid smoke. It's super good, and it adds like a woody, almost barbecue smell to it and flavor. Some people add like maple syrup. There's so many different things. So just whatever floats your boat. If you go look in your fridge and you're like, you know what, I'm feeling like a low sodium soy sauce today, go for it, just a little bit. But you can see I like garlic powder. I would bathe in it if I could, if it would be socially acceptable. So I have a heavy hand. If you don't like garlic powder, salt and pepper, whatever works for you. So I am going to just kind of mix it around here. Very, very simple, I promise. And then you take it over to your stove and you turn it to medium high. That's extra high, we don't want to burn it. And I'm not familiar with your stove, so I'll kind of keep an eye on it as you go. But this will take like 20 minutes, and I'm not going to make you watch this cook because that's crazy. We've all got better things to do today. So I do have some prepared tofu that I made earlier that I can show you close up without burning my fingers. So it'll come out nice and golden and crisp like this. I was showing Clarissa earlier, and I couldn't help but pop it in my mouth. It's so good. When I'm making this wrap, I prefer to cool it beforehand. So cook it in advance. I often cook my tofu on Sunday night. I'll do 2 or 3 bricks of tofu, and then I can use it in anything throughout the week, in sandwiches, in wraps, in stir fries. I just have it always on hand. My kids snack on it. It's great. So let's continue on with our little lunch wrap here. So we've got carb chopper. They're whole wheat tortillas. That's just what I prefer. Do whatever floats your boat. There's no rule. That is the way I like to cook anyway, kind of intuitively, whatever sounds good that day. You can see I have a tomato here. If it's the right season, if you are lucky enough to have a good garden, go out there and grab some nice sun-ripened tomatoes and go for it. I ate all of mine this weekend, so I had to run to the store and get grocery store tomatoes. But I'm just chopping it up. Nice dice. You can do a fine dice if you prefer. I'm going kind of chunky here. So pretty standard. And you might be able to hear there is tofu sizzling in the background. I'll check on that here in a moment. So we've got that. Next, we have avocado. I love avocado. I was quick to jump on the avocado toast bandwagon, and I am still there today. So I'm cutting this and opening it, and I just discovered something the other day. So you know how you see chefs like do that and pull it out? I learned how to do that and thought I was super cool. And then in the last month, I've learned two things. One, put avocado, if you don't use a half, put it in water in your fridge, like cover it, and it stays green. It doesn't brown. It's amazing. A little mushy. The other thing is to get the pit out, you put your finger on either side and you just use your thumb on the back. Look how easy that is. It blew my mind. I don't know why. Maybe you're all like, duh, we all know that. That's how we take pits out. So I'm gonna come over here, give this a little stir, our tofu. It is just starting to brown. I can smell garlic. Can you smell all that garlic I used from wherever you are? And I'm gonna take our avocado and peel it. I normally use a spoon, but I forgot to grab one. So I'm just gonna peel it and slice it. You can cube it, whatever works best for you, but I like to slice it. And I'll scoot it to the side. Let me rinse my hands off here. And then our next element is gonna be green onion. So I don't like to use a knife to cut green onion because I'm kind of lazy, I guess, but I use kitchen shears. Have you used them? They're amazing for herbs. Like you can put your herbs in a jar or a cup and just get down in there with your scissors. It's amazing, works so well. So I am going to cut up some green onion, just the top. And it's, again, how much you prefer. Like if you don't like onion, skip this part. Who cares? It's your food. I love onion. I basically aim to give myself bad breath at all times. I'm like garlic, yes. Onion, yes. Hummus, add it to it. So it's true. It really keeps out the riffraff. You have to commit to being around me if you want to.
We had a comment on Facebook.
Yeah.
Stephanie said that she loves to eat avocado just straight out of the skin with the everything bagel seasoning.
Oh, yes. Yes. I love that too. And if you put some like balsamic cherry tomatoes, so good. And then hot sauce too, always good. Okay. So once you cut up your greens, that's good. Don't throw this away. I'm sure you guys know this, but maybe there's one person out there who doesn't. Put this in a cup of water. I'm not going to do this because it's my drinking water, but put it in.
Okay.
I'll take it with me though. And it'll grow. It'll regrow and you can just continue to use it. I keep some in my kitchen at all times, but I've also tried and planted it in my garden. And it's come back for 3 years now. So
Oh, how cool.
they've gotten big, like leek size. So do what you will with them. Just don't throw them away. That's weird. Okay, so we have greens, we have avocado, we have tomatoes. We have our wrap here. So I'm gonna pull out a couple. And then I brought a little serving tray too, which I will show you on in a minute here. So we take our wrap and then we grab some greens. Any greens will do. I got a spring mix of baby greens because I'm going to use it 2 different ways. And you can chop it if you have a big leaf. I use baby greens just because they're really nutrient dense and they're good, quite simply. So you put a handful of that right in the middle of your tortilla. And then you can add some slices of avocado. I don't know if you can see me here, so I'll hold it up. Avocado, and then some tomato, very simple. And then we've got Kalamata olives. This is my favorite, another favorite. You can chop them up. I thought I had bought chopped ones, but I've actually got whole ones. So I'm gonna cut them just in halves, really. Like 2 or 3 will do. You don't need a ton. a little goes a long way. Clarissa, I see you eyeing my tofu. Are you worried about it back there?
No, it just smells good.
It smells like
It smells like
garlic. Let me give it a quick stir. So I'm adding my olives there. I'm going to stir this tofu. And it's just starting to get a little bit golden. But again, it takes like 20 minutes. I'll often do that and sweep my floors or whatever I'm gonna do.
Oh,
I know, I'm a mom, so that's what we gotta do.
Right.
So I've also got my pre-cooked tofu. So we're gonna watch this so I don't burn down Clarissa's house. But here's my already cooked and already chilled tofu. Put a few pieces of those on there. Do what you like, however many you like. And then we've got onions to add, just a sprinkle over the top. And then you grab your favorite dressing. I got Trader Joe's Goddess dressing. I often make my own dressing. I was telling Clarissa, I really like the new Hidden Valley plant-based ranch dressing. So whatever works for you, just go for that and change it up too. Maybe you want to use a marinade or a salsa or just more avocado. Hummus is also really good on this. I mean, hummus, I have been known to get a spoon and just eat hummus.
But you should mix hummus with an avocado.
Oh, hummus and an avocado on this?
Oh, that's so good.
Do it. So I just put just a little bit. You really don't need much because you've already got so much flavor. But just a dab will do ya. And you can also put all of these ingredients in a jar or a bowl and mix it up. And then we're going to wrap it. So just like a burrito, fold the ends in. If you filled it too much, good job. And then you wrap it and then fold those ends in. And there you go. So you've got, I won't make this one right now. I'll save that for later. So we've got one wrap here, but that's not enough, is it? We've all been working out, so we deserve more. So I have a little salad. This is actually adapted from my friend. Her name is Kate, and I've stolen her recipe. So hopefully she'll forgive me. This is a really great protein-packed salad. So what we're gonna do to bring along with our meal, we're going to grab some quinoa. I pre-cooked my quinoa. So I took 2 cups of water, 1 cup of quinoa. A lot of times they recommend that you rinse your quinoa before you cook it so that you don't get any like stones or little bits in there. I have never done this and I haven't broken a tooth yet, but I live dangerously. Maybe you want to rinse yours in advance. So we've got quinoa here. I'm going to set it to the side because we're going to make our dressing that's going to go on the salad. So the first thing we're going to do is, I'm trying to stay in frame here, giant make. We're going to get the juice of 1 lemon. So I brought my little handy dandy thing here, and I'm going to juice this lemon. So give it a good squeeze. I often give this job to my kids because they are weirdly thorough with juicing a lemon. Yes. I don't know what it is, but juice of 1 lemon all the way. And then I have pre-mixed my seasoning because I didn't think you guys probably wanted to watch me measure out everything, but I will later this afternoon, post the exact measurements for this. But I'll tell you right now, it is, I have it offset here, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, the juice of the lemon, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. So it's really flavorful, but also really simple. You probably have almost everything in, handy in your cabinet. Okay, so I've got my lemon juice. I'm gonna put it right in my bowl here. And then we'll put my pre-mixed or pre-measured cumin, garlic, salt, pepper in here as well. We'll give it a little bit of a stir. Oh, can you smell that
I can,
cumin?
yeah.
It smells so good.
Yes. Oh, we have an escapee, a seed, a rogue lemon seed. Okay. So I'm just mixing it to kind of blend those together. Then, let's see, we're gonna add some walnuts. You can use whatever you like. I've even used toasted chickpeas for this. Walnuts, cashews, whatever you've got on hand that sounds good. So half a cup to a cup, it just depends on you and what you feel like doing. So I'm not even gonna measure, I'm just gonna put a big handful, and this is already chopped. I've got it out of my fridge earlier. Toss it in there and let it get kind of nicely coated. And then this calls for a little bit of olive oil, but I'm gonna put in not much. It's up to you. You can leave it out too. I often do, but for the sake of this recipe and for you guys and your taste, we'll include it. And I'm gonna stir my tofu one more time. Or maybe not one more time, we got a little bit more. But as you can see, as we're going, it's getting a nice crispy skin to it with very little oil. So it's doing great. You'll wanna like flip it as you're going too. Because otherwise it'll just cook on one side and that'll be disappointing. Okay, so we've got our quinoa, we've got baby greens as well. We've added our olive oil and our walnuts, and now we've got beans. I got black beans because it's what I had in my fridge or in my pantry. Whatever works for you, just drain off the juice. If you're using chickpeas, save that aquafaba because you can use it for so many things. I just saw at the store they're selling powdered aquafaba that you can use.
Yeah, I have some. I haven't used it. But
What would you use it for? Can you just rehydrate it? You think?
it, yeah.
Okay. So I don't have a use for black bean juice. So it just drains that. I mean, if you want to do something with it, that's your own business. But I'm going to add that here and mix it in. Very simple. Just kind of coat those beans and get like, you want all of the flavors to really marry. And it's best once we've completed it, let it sit in the fridge for an hour or so, and it really comes together. The ingredients really will sing. So now I'm gonna take all of this quinoa. Don't eat this whole bowl in one sitting. You're gonna want to. Don't do it. You'll regret it. So we're gonna very carefully dump it in. And mix it up. So again, just very carefully fold it in, get it around there. If you want more lemon juice, add more lemon juice. If you need more garlic powder, if you're just like me, if your heart sings the song of garlic, add some more. But by all means, get your own spoon and taste test. I'll share with Clarissa, so I'm not going to taste test this right now. And I'm going to add, I have a few of these extra onions. I'm going to add them in here. Wasn't on my plan, but I'm doing it anyway because wild. Gone off the rails here. So we've got that, and then we've got to add some baby greens. This is where it kind of all comes together. And again, you can, once we've completed this, you can add tofu on top of this. If you don't want to wrap, this itself is a whole meal. Just get yourself a bowl, toss some tofu for extra protein, and you're like good to go. I'm going to add a couple handfuls here, mix it in and see. I usually use somewhere between 2 and 3 cups, but whatever works for you. Again, it's super adjustable. If you want to add tomatoes to it, if you want to add something else in your fridge, sometimes I have like leftover roasted veggies. Those go great in here. Like some roasted butternut squash, delicious. Throw in some raisins, some currants, something like that. All good. So I'm just giving it a little mix, making sure that every bite will have a little bit of everything. And that tofu is still cooking in the background, not burning,
No,
hopefully.
no, it looks good.
Okay. So as we go, it's starting to look really delicious. And this is great for when you have friends over, whatever. Or I will make this and then send it with my husband to his work. And I'll put in a separate container the greens, and he adds them last minute and at work so that they don't get too wilted. And it's a great side or a meal all on its own. And I just spilled on your floor. I'm so
You're
sorry.
so fine.
Just getting crazy.
You forget I have teenage boys.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your house is too clean to, it doesn't reveal itself as a home of teenage boys. Okay, so we've got it here. Let me tilt it up for you to see. And we're nearly on time. I feel kind of like I'm soups profesh because I did this so well on time. But let me plate it up for you. I'm gonna give these guys a last stir. They're almost done. So if you were cooking in real time, you'd almost have the tofu with me here. Just kind of flipping it over, because as you can see, golden on this side's still white. So I need to flip it and get it cooked through. So you don't have to babysit it too much, but you want to make sure that it cooks evenly. And then you can plate your salad here. And I will hold it up for you because I understand that you can't see my plate right now. Okay. And I spilled all over Clarissa's counter.
Oh my God, it's fine.
And here we are. So we've got a tofu wrap and a big protein packed veggie salad. And that should do you for lunch or dinner or whatever if you just need a really hearty snack. I hope that worked for you. Does anybody have any questions?
So we'll open it up for some questions now. I know we get a lot of, I don't really fit in that screen. We get a lot of questions, on what to eat, what are good sources of protein, how can you get your protein without going over on carbs and fats and all that. And I think this meal does a really good job of hitting all of those points. Something else that it does really, really well is you have your complete protein in the tofu because soy is a complete protein, but then you've also complemented the quinoa, which is another complete protein, and added in the beans, and you have greens, which all have protein as well. So it is very, very good. You have some more protein in complementing the beans and the wrap with the wheat. So that's also another really good choice as well. So yeah, super high protein meal for sure.
And if you want to add something, if you think you're low on something in particular, add it to this. This particular salad or even the wrap are so versatile that you can continue to build on it as you try it out like this and go, you know what I really want to add here, this is what's missing for me. It's great.
Yeah, and it was super fast too, because you said the tofu is going to take about 20 minutes to cook.
Yeah,
you have your whole meal done. If you have leftover quinoa, then you're just speeding that up a bit.
Yeah.
So no, I think it's super excellent.
Yeah.
If you guys go ahead and make the recipe for your own, we would love to see your recreations, and what, if you chose to stick to the recipe exactly, or if you went ahead and modified it using things that you had on hand or specific items that you need to fit your nutritional needs. So if you want to share those in the group or on Facebook, if you just want to tag us, that would be cool too. We'd sure love to see those.
Yeah, and I will post a photo of the meal and the full recipe in case you didn't happen to catch it. I'll post it in our Facebook group today, probably within the hour.
Cool. Well, thank you for that. I know that we have 3 more events coming up the next 3 days. So we have later tonight, we're going to do a nutrition training at 5 o'clock. I will be hosting that. Tomorrow night, we are going to go over metabolism function and how we can rebuild that. And Dawn and I will be hosting that. And then Wednesday night, we're going to go over hormone function and balance with Stephanie, who is an LNP down at Sort of Wellness. So those are all events that are happening the next 3 nights for us. So we would really love to have you join us for those. If you don't have the link for those trainings, please just let us know in the comments. We'll get it over to you. And then each of the trainings this coming up in the evening are going to have special gifts that we're giving away. You do have to be present in order to get those gifts, or to be eligible to get those gifts, I should say. But for today and our recipe demonstration, we wanted to give away a cookbook. So I have on the website, I have a couple recipe books that are vegan recipes. If you would like to go over those and go ahead and look at those. We don't have a huge attendance here today. So what I'm going to do is, for everyone that is on the call, we have Judith online here. We have Stephanie and Dawn. I know there was someone else that had joined, but they're not here any longer. So if the three of you would like to head on over to the website and go ahead and let me know which recipe book you would like, I will get that emailed over for you later tonight, just as a thank you gift for, taking time out of your day to hop on and watch us cook for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Right? All right. If you guys have any further questions or comments, let us know. We do. You did get two on Facebook.
Okay.
So Dawn says, you mentioned that you make your own dressing. What types do you make?
Okay, so for dressings, I tend to use a vinegar or a lemon. I'll juice that, and then I'll add sometimes a little bit of oil, but I actually prefer to add like a tablespoon of veganese and add that, obviously garlic powder, whatever herbs and spices I have. A dash of agave is always really good because it helps balance the tanginess of the lemon, or if you have use some sort of like apple cider vinegar, it adds a good balance and a new depth of flavor. And then you can add whatever fresh herbs you have around, or if you have dried herbs, but they'll have to sit a little bit longer if you want them to soften up a little bit in the liquid. And I'll shake it up in a jar and then just spoon it on as needed. Keeps for probably a week in my fridge. And there's a lot of versatility. Sometimes if I don't have veganese, I'll put vegan sour cream in there. It's all whatever, or yogurt. Plain yogurt is really good.
What's your favorite non-dairy yogurt?
I like Silk brand.
Me too.
Oh, everybody's really into fancier ones, but I'm hooked on
Kite Hill. They had key lime pie. Oh my gosh, it was so that's their best one so far, but I like Silk.
We also has OUI. They have a few, they're in the little glass jars. Yeah. They have a few vegan options, and those are really good too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought I saw another question. Do you, Stephanie, what wrap would you recommend if one is allergic to wheat of gluten intolerance?
Do you have, I guess we can have a conversation.
Right.
I know that my father can't do gluten, and he does get wraps that are gluten-free, so just a gluten-free tortilla. I don't know if you could use a corn-based tortilla, because I feel like that would crumble. You could also use just a big leaf of lettuce or a collard green and wrap it up. I do that sometimes just for when I'm not feeling like I want the extra carbs or whatever.
Right. I want to say I was in the store the other day and saw coconut flour ones.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was at the gluten-free section in Albertsons.
Okay.
I think.
All right. Yeah, thankfully they have a lot of gluten-free options.
They do.
And I found out for some people who have soy intolerance and say you can't do tofu, they make something called pumfu now, and it's made from pumpkin. One of my friends has a gluten and a soy allergy, and she's vegan, and she loves pumfu. So I would recommend that in place of.
Can you get that at Sprouts or Whole Foods?
I saw it at Natural Grocers most recently.
Okay, cool. Stephanie, the website is elitefitforlife.com. So that's where the recipe books are. You guys, the three of you are more than welcome to go ahead and head over there, and then just let me know on Messenger which recipe book you would like, and I'll send that over. But Dawn says awesome food.
Oh, thank you.
All right, I think that's all. I don't think I had any more come through in the chat box over here. I just lost it. No, right. That's it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Please hop back on and join us later tonight. If you have the link, you have it, and that's where we are. If you don't have it, comment on Facebook and let us know, and we'll get that link out for you. All right, have a great rest of your day. Again, thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.